Hello and welcome back to my channel. Thanks for joining me today. I wanted to make a video today to ask you if you can afford to buy this or this while you're standing at the checkout to pay for your groceries, the things that you actually went to the store for. You can save money. These candy bars, I actually went to the store just to buy this stuff to show you guys that if you had the money to buy these things while you're standing in line at your grocery store or even Home Depot. I've seen this stuff at Home Depot up where you're standing there to pay for your stuff and they've got beef jerky, they've got sodas, they've got candy bars. And, you know, even I have done it where I'm standing there and, oh, a candy bar sounds good, or I'm thirsty, I'm going to buy a soda. And next thing you know, that little bit keeps adding up and adding up and adding up when you could try to not do that and take that money home and save it. And it seems like $1 here, $2 there really isn't a lot of money, but it does add up. And these are impulse purchases. So this king size candy bar cost me $2.50. I remember when you could buy a candy bar for 15 cents, and I'm sure there's people out there that remember when they were even less than 15 cents a candy bar. This is also a king size, so, but still, $2.50 for this? Come on. But I bought it because I like payday candy bars, and I wanted to talk about this on my video, and I'm going to have a snack after my video. Anyway, so $2.50 for this, and then I have a regular size candy bar here. This was $2. And again, this is money that you could save if you could just try to tell yourself no, and I know that it's not that easy to do. But I have a money saving challenge that I did. I think it was about 2016. I came across it in 2015 towards the end of the year. So this was like my 2016 New Year's resolution that I was going to follow this money saving challenge. It's called the Penny Challenge. They also call it, I've heard it called the 52-week challenge. Maybe a lot of you have heard about it. Maybe you haven't, but I am here to tell you that I did it back then in 2016. It was my New Year's resolution, and I was determined to follow it the way you're supposed to follow it because I wanted to really see how my pennies would add up, and I stuck to it, and actually at the end of the year I had $667.95. And I was so excited that I actually was able to complete it, and it helped me see that by saving just a little bit a day, how much you can have at the end of the year if you can just find it to say no every once in a while. And so following the penny challenge saved me some money. It helped me pay off a little bit of debt. No, I didn't save enough money to pay my whole entire debt off that I owed, but it actually helped. I was able to take that big chunk, hand it over to one of my debt collectors, and within, a few months after that, that bill was completely gone, and it felt so good. And I learned how to tell myself no a lot. I learned just, how much money can actually be worth if you really work at it. And this penny saving challenge is actually pennies to start. You save a penny a day for every day of the year. For example, I wrote out, I've got about 3 weeks worth here that I wrote out in case for people that don't know about this. Um, Day one, you put a penny in your jar. I just started this again in this month. So I didn't start this in January. I started the 1st of March. But this is my jar. It's just an empty pickle jar that I cleaned out. I've been saving my jars for things, not necessarily just change challenges, but for whatever. And so I have this pickle jar, and I marked it penny challenge with a piece of masking tape and a Sharpie. And I have paid into it up until today. And for every day of the year, you put a penny in. So on the first day, you put a penny in. On the second day, you put 2 pennies in. On the third day, you put 3 pennies in. On the 90th day, you put 90 cents in. And I've made this chart up. You can go on Google and you can go on Pinterest, and there are printouts that you can print out so you don't have to do all this writing if you don't want to. But I would rather do the writing because it kind of keeps me involved with what I'm doing instead of just printing out the printout and setting it aside. This helps me stay involved with it and keep track, and it keeps the excitement going for me anyway. But so I've written down here on my daily deposit, day one, I put a penny in, day two, I put 2 pennies in. And then in this next column, it shows so far how much I have saved. And then if it gets farther in where it's kind of too much money for you to pay $1.50 a day, and then $1.51 a day, and $1.52 a day, you can also just pay by the week. And so I have over here, like week one, you would put in 28 cents for your first week. That would cover the first 7 days of this penny challenge. And then the second week, you would put in 77 cents, and that would cover the whole entire amount you would put in during that second week, so on and so forth. Where at the end, you would have, at the end of 3 weeks, you would have $2.31 saved. But in week three, if you were only just going to pay for week three, you would put in $1.26. So the $1.26 added to the $1.05 from the first 2 weeks should bring you to the $2.31 total after 3 weeks. So after 4 weeks, you would have, I think it's like $4.96. But the thing is after the first week you've got 28 cents. After the second week you have 77 cents, and after the third week you have $1.26. It doesn't really seem like this is really going to work out to be $667.95 by the end of a 12-month period, but trust me, it will. And you can even add an extra nickel in here if you want to in the very beginning, so you can just round it off and have $668 at the end of 12 months. So that's my first one, and it's really fun to do. I like doing it. And when I was done doing it the first year and saw how much that I saved, and I was able to take that chunk of money and hand it to one of my bill collectors and actually almost get rid of that credit card anyways. I had to pay a couple more months payment before that was actually gone. When it was gone, I called the credit card company and said, I want to cancel this card. I don't need you anymore. And it was so awesome because then I had that extra money that I was handing them every month to save and put into another challenge, which of course I did the following year in 2017. And instead of doing a penny a day for every day of the year, I bumped it up to 5 cents a day for every day of the year. The challenge came a lot faster, but it actually gave me more money, and it just kind of made me want to make that extra challenge because I saw that I could do it the first time. So I wanted to do it again, and I changed it up to a nickel a day for every day of the year. And again, at the end of that year, I ended up handing that chunk of money over to another creditor. So I didn't really feel a lot of it. It's not like I had to put $100 a week away or something like that. There are money saving challenges out there where you would have to put that much in, but not every budget can afford that in these days and times. You're not going to be able to afford that. Most people can't. So I like the penny challenge because it's really easy to start, it's easy to keep up with, and you don't get discouraged as easy because you can afford this. And if you're on a tight income to where you can't afford it, after you have to pay $2 a day, because after 7 days that's $14 a week. So, and every week it gets a little bit more. So maybe there's some people out there that can't afford to do that, and that's okay. Don't let that discourage you, and don't stop doing it. Do it for 2 months, and if it starts getting too much money, then just start it over. Keep adding to your jars what you already have, but only do it for 2 months. And then at the end of the 2 months, go back to a penny a day, and then 2 pennies, and then 3 pennies, back up to where it's getting too tough, and start over again. So you'll still save some kind of money. Okay, so my next challenge that I started doing today, and again, I started it for March, is I named it the Tuesday challenge. And this is something I haven't done this one before, and I want to do something new. I started the penny challenge again because I kind of want to get some debt paid off again. And I don't even know why I stopped the first time, because it was just so much fun, and it taught me a lot on how to watch the impulse purchases and things that I shouldn't be buying or don't really need. I could save that money. I'm kind of slacking on there, so I decided I'm going to start the penny challenge again. Anyways, so this next challenge that I did called the Tuesday challenge. Why do I call it the Tuesday challenge? Because I decided that Tuesdays is my errand running day. So I'm out and about, I'm doing my shopping and things like that. And sometimes I use my debit card to pay for stuff. So sometimes I ask for $20 cash back so I can put gas in my car or just have a couple bucks on hand. So I'm not using my debit card to buy something that's only $1.25 or something like that. And that kind of helps keep me from using my debit card for small, unnecessary purchases. But I'm starting to get out of hand with that. And so I've decided these money challenges again to keep myself back in check. So this Tuesday challenge that I started is I started for the month of March, and I chose Tuesday because, like I said, Tuesday is my running around day. And so on Tuesday, the 7th, I put $7 in. And on Tuesday, the 14th, I put $14 in. Tuesday, the 21st, I put $21 in, so on and so forth. The following month, Tuesday lands on the 4th, so I would put $4 in, and then $11, so on and so forth. This challenge is a challenge for me. It's a new challenge. And I've decided to do that because I think it's going to be fun. I haven't figured out all through the whole entire year to know exactly how much I would end up with at the end of the year because I kind of want to keep that just the unknown. I just want to see how far I can go and how much money I can save before maybe it starts getting too hard for me, or maybe it won't get too hard for me and I'll be able to complete it. And if you choose to do this challenge, you don't have to choose Tuesdays just because I'm doing that. Choose a Saturday, choose Sundays, choose whatever day you want to do. Maybe Fridays are your payday, so you'd rather do it on Fridays. That's awesome. And I even started a chart for myself on Tuesday. For my Tuesday challenge for like March 7th. If you can see this, March 7th, I put $7 in, gives me a total of $7. March 14th, put $14 in, gives me a total of $21, so on and so forth. So by the end of May, I should have $208 in this jar. And I've labeled this jar Tuesday Challenge, and I've got some money in there right now that I'm doing. Anyways, I wanted to share that with you. And please leave in the comments below to let me know if you are going to try any of these challenges, if you have done money challenges before, what your successes were, and how much money you saved with these challenges. And yeah, I'd like to know. And give me a like, share this video to someone who you might think would be interested, or anybody who doesn't want to save money, who doesn't want extra money. And try to tell yourself no on these things. Not easy to do, I know. But yeah, just remember when you're standing there waiting to pay for your stuff, if a candy bar kind of sounds like a good idea, well, maybe you want to go home and give it to one of these jars here. So leave in the comments below. Let me know what your successes are and which challenges you're going to try. And subscribe to my videos if you haven't so you can be notified the next time I post a video. And I will see you again next time. Thanks for